the opportunity to interview you today. For those of you watching, Mr. Mellas is a member of the Lakeland Toastmasters, and during his recent speech, he talked about the importance of math education in children. He talked about how his parents did some simple things to help him excel, and why you should love math. So Bill, tell us what you do for a living, and when did you realize the importance of math in your life?
Well, I work as a stockbroker. I invest people's money for them, and I do math every day to day. My parents started teaching me math at a very, very early age, and I knew from the very first time when I started school how important it was.
So what did you do in school to become a successful math student?
Practice, lots and lots of practice. In fact, not just so much schoolwork practice, but little things my parents did were important to encourage my brother and I. If we played board games at the house, or if we played cards, or if we rolled dice, we were always the ones who had to keep score. So we were always using basic math skills even when we didn't realize we were using them. The other thing is my father had a way of kind of, I don't want to say bribing, but influencing my brother and I, simply because of the fact that he made an analogy to baseball. My brother and I were very into baseball at the time. And his theory is that if we played on a baseball team, we would take extra batting practice on our own, even if there wasn't a team practice. Well, my dad felt the same way about mathematics. If you finish your homework, you should do extra math work the same way. And we would practice multiplication, 1 times 1 all the way up through 12 times 12. The older we got, the harder the math got. We went from multiplication to exponents to square roots to just keep building on it as we aged.
I remember doing the same things, especially in the car. My parents would drill me on my addition facts, then subtraction, and multiplication, and division, and certainly board games are a way to help improve math skills and keeping score. So what would you say to a student that is convinced that they just do not like math, they don't care about math, they're never going to use math?
Well, first of all, if they think they're never going to use math, they're wrong, because you use math virtually every day in a variety of aspects of your life. I couldn't even count how many. In regards to not being good at math, the one thing that I would impress upon parents who have children that think their children aren't doing well at math, or the children who are frustrated because they feel like they're not doing well at math, is that I'm not a great math student. For aptitude, my brother gets math much quicker than I do. It's really a matter of understanding what's being asked of you and understanding the concepts and the basics, and then it's just a matter of a lot of practice. My success as a math student has been a matter, and even today, because of my job, I practice all the time. I mean, I work at my math skills constantly.
So you feel like you can continue learning math no matter what your age is?
Absolutely.
One of the things that frustrates me is I often hear parents say, well, I know, they're not good at math. I wasn't good at math either. My parents weren't good at math. No one in this family is good at math. So how would you address that?
Again, go back to basics. No matter everything that I've ever done, even reasonably successfully with my life, it's always been a matter of mastering the very basics of that particular topic. And I talked earlier about understanding what's being asked of you. I'll give you a very simple example. If I said that 9 cubed, okay, 9 to the 3rd power, is 729. The only reason that I know that off the top of my head is it's quite simply 9 times 9 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81, times 9 is 729. So you're taking what sounds like a very complicated equation by saying 9 cubed. And it's actually very simple, because all you're doing is 9 times 9 times 9. Which again, if you practice 9 times 9 often enough, those numbers get easier and easier and easier.
So you practice cubing your numbers on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And that's how they just stuck in your mind.
Yeah. And again, it doesn't matter, you know, what particular facet of math you're talking about. It's still a matter of repetition and just practicing over and over and over again. And you will get better. I mean, it's not, I can't impress that upon people enough. If you practice things the correct way, I mean, if you practice your mistakes, you'll have good mistakes, so don't do that.
Right.
But
yes, I've noticed sometimes people will practice.
Don't practice your mistakes, you
incorrectly.
have really good mistakes. But if you practice the correct things the correct way, you will improve. Again, no matter how much or little aptitude you have for something.
Well, I always say you get more of what you focus on in life. So if you focus on your math skills, you will become a better math student. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.